Hey everyone, Namaste. Welcome back to Curries to Cakes. Today we are going to make this Gujarati dish which is called Khaman Dokla. This dokla can be eaten for breakfast or as a main course, as side dish or as a snack too. Doesn't that sound crazy? And yeah, this recipe was shared by my Guju friend Zenil. So it's better than any other recipe all the way from Gujarat. And we'll also be making some chutney which is called besan chutney for this dokla. So without any further ado, let's get started with the recipe. I have divided this recipe into three parts. So the first part is besan chutney. Into a pan, add 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is heated, add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Allow these mustard seeds to crackle. Now add 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida, 1 green chili and 1 sprig of curry leaves. Green chilies you need to chop it fine. Now saute these until the curry leaves turn crisp. Now add gram flour which is called besan. This is about 2 tablespoons. Now saute for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium-low heat. The raw smell of the besan goes away and it turns slightly brown in color. Now add 1 cup of water to this and give it a quick mix. Now add salt according to your taste and sugar teaspoons. You can increase or decrease sugar. Add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and give this a quick mix. Now taste this and adjust the seasoning. That is, if you want to increase or decrease the amount of sugar or salt, you can do that now. Cook this on medium-high heat until it thickens like a chutney or to the desired consistency. Once it thickens, switch off the stove and keep this aside. Now step 2 will prepare the dhokla. For this, first we need to grease the tin with some oil, that is the tin in which you are preparing the dhokla. Grease it with a brush all around the tin. Once it's nicely greased all over, keep this aside. Into a bowl, add 150 grams of besan, that is gram flour, and salt according to your taste. Add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Give this a quick mix. Now water we need to add gradually. This is about 260 ml of water. Add in the water gradually and mix it well. So I suggest you to use a whisk instead of a spoon or something to mix it. Mix it well. Make sure there are no lumps. Now we'll prepare the steamer in which we'll be cooking this dhokla. In a bowl, add some water with a stand placed at the bottom. Do not add too much of water, just a little, like 1/4 of this bowl. Now cover this and allow it to steam. Now into the besan batter, add 15 grams of ENO powder. This is lemon flavored ENO. Now immediately add 1 tablespoon of water over the ENO to activate it. Now without wasting any time, whisk this in one direction until it becomes airy and doubles in size. Now gently pour this batter into the prepared tin. Do not tap the tin, you don't want it to deflate. Now let's check on the steamer. Yeah, it's well steamed. Now gently place this tin into the steamer over the stand beneath. Cover this and steam this for about 15 to 20 minutes on medium-low heat. Once done, remove the tin from the steamer and allow it to cool down for about 5 minutes. Now the third part is preparing the syrup for the dhokla. So into a pan, add 1.5 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil is heated, add 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Allow these mustard seeds to crackle. Add 3 numbers of green chilies which are slit, 1 sprig of curry leaves. Add a pinch of asafoetida. Now saute this until the curry leaves turn crisp. Add sugar around 3 teaspoons. Now add enough water. I have added around 1 cup. Salt you can add according to your taste. Give this a quick mix. Into this add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Mix this well and taste it to check the seasoning. I felt the salt is less, so I'm adding some more salt. Now give this a mix and boil this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once done, switch off the stove. Now add finely chopped coriander leaves and freshly grated coconut. Give this a quick mix and keep this aside. Now once the dhokla is slightly cooled, run a knife all around the tin. Use the blunt side because that way you would not scrape the dhokla and damage it. So use the blunt side and run the knife all around the tin. Now place a plate over this tin and tilt it upside down so that you can demold it properly. Just tap it once or twice so that it comes out easily. Now grab a knife and grease this with some oil so that you can get clean cuts and the dhokla doesn't stick to the knife. Now let's slice it. Can you see it's very spongy and airy? It's so soft that I don't know, I can't explain it in words. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hit the bell icon beside so that you don't miss a video from me. And also don't forget to check the description box below for more information like the list of ingredients and suggestions. Now the remaining batter I have poured into this glass container and microwaved it. So in my microwave around 900 watts, it took me 2 minutes to make this. So let's see how it is. It is not that porous as we have cooked in the steamer, but yeah, 2 minutes is like very fast and this tasted good also. Now spoon the prepared syrup all over these dhokla pieces. Let the dhokla absorb the syrup for about 10 minutes before we serve it. Now add finely chopped coriander leaves and freshly grated coconut. Now this is the prepared chutney, that is the besan chutney. So add some chutney onto the serving plate and you can serve your dhokla with this. I'm adding some more grated coconut because this coconut is so sweet and very delicious, so I can't get over this. So I'm adding a little more just to garnish and some coriander leaves here and there. And here you go, your go-to khaman dhokla is ready. It is very soft and melt in the mouth texture. So just try it and share your experience in the comment section below. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.